is good? We are back with another bang. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Like I always tell you, I'm not gonna waste your time. Let's jump into this video. Let's see how these boys stepping today in the Louis.
Randolph was the youngest victim in a double that happened on Collard Avenue.
Damn.
Family members say she was in the house with her father, Brandon Waddles, when they were both shot and
the rap artist who...
Boy, that could be me, boy. Chain gang me. Cause you do that towards my baby. What my baby gotta do with our beef, bro? You killed the baby, bro? Come on, man.
And manager who posted the bond, they didn't give a damn about 3-year-old who got...
I don't care about that.
No, they're selling their music.
The authorities say they are all members of a gang known as Everybody Shines Together, or EST. 10 people indicted on various drug charges.
Just before 1:30 this morning, officers responded to a shooting on West Main Street, not far from the Slugger Museum and Factory. They found 31-year-old Devontae Beach inside a car. He'd been shot multiple times.
Recently, the 45th president got a little taste of reality, proving that nobody is untouchable. It sent a clear message that if it can happen to him...
Bro, that fool did not get shot, bro. That's, in my opinion, that was a setup for the presidential race. He's gonna win. I don't want to see him win, but he's gonna win. That was a setup, bro.
It can happen to anyone. The thing is, when you're deep in the streets, broadcasting your location can be a major mistake because the streets don't discriminate. It doesn't matter if you're a famous artist or just a regular street hustler. Once you're in it, you're in it. This is especially true for someone like Big Beach, whose real name is Devontae Beach. Now picture this. You're managing Est Gee, a big name in the music world who has association with a man who was arrested for a brutal crime. A man and his daughter were KI'd in their home. That puts you in a precarious spot.
3-year-old Trinity Randolph and her father, Brandon Waddles, were shot to death in their home in 2020. Kevon Lawless was found guilty this September.
That washed over people as he ran by with her body is something I'll never forget.
Lawless, on the other hand, showed no emotion during sentencing.
Things took an even darker turn when Est Gee and his former manager decided to post bail for this M, showing a blatant disregard for the young life that was taken.
Mosley and Est Gee, or George Stone, paid $135,000.
$135K for bond, and this nigga killed the baby. What that baby had to... Oh, come on, bro.
And manager who posted the bond, they didn't give a damn about 3-year-old who got... No, they're selling their music.
The KER even had the audacity to post celebratory videos about his return home. In the street.
Come on, you go get your motherfucking mouth fixed. They giving you all that money, get your motherfucking mouth fixed, my boy. I ain't gonna even hold you.
It's always a toss-up between staying calm or seeking revenge. And once you cross that line, you and your people become targets. To add fuel to the fire, his crew gets busted by the feds for allegedly pushing drugs and terrorizing the neighborhood.
The authorities say they are all members of a gang known as Everybody Shines Together, or EST. 10 people indicted on various drug charges.
Est Gee is also signed to Yo Gotti, who
I say Gotti. I don't think about somebody else. My fault. Yo Gotti. Hey.
Many believe had a hand in the tragic death of another loved rapper, Young Dolph.
Hey, I don't really think I think his brother Big Jook had some do with that. If you see him in the back, and they called Big Jook at the funeral and walked him down, bro. So the get back is real. Dolph people stay sliding. They ain't forget about Dolph. Dolph was real love.
And to make matters worse,
rapper Young Dolph has reportedly been shot in his native Memphis, Tennessee. He reportedly was at a cookie store when someone drove up and shot him at the bakery around 1
almost got his mama, bro. That's how you know that shit real.
Wednesday afternoon.
Est Gee showed support for Yo Gotti when everyone was blaming him for Young Dolph's death.
I write me from these fake pages.
Damn.
I don't know nothing about nothing. I love Yo Gotti though. I know what.
But despite all this chaos, he still decides to throw a summer jam in your hometown. A hometown that is fed up with all the the deaths, and the sheer mayhem that your crew has brought upon them. So what do you expect from the people there? They're already on edge, and you're giving them the perfect opportunity to know exactly where you are. You're also giving people who are struggling in the streets, those who can't afford your lifestyle, a clear shot at you. It might seem like finding a needle in a haystack, but once that line is crossed, the risk becomes worth it, at least to them. Just yesterday, Big Beach was tragically gunned down mere minutes after Est Gee's concert. It was...
Bro. Why did they not have security walk him to his car, or why did he not have his car valet to him for the simple fact that he know he's somebody in the city, and you know you got people hungry out here, bro? Why? Ain't nothing wrong with having security, bro. If I was in that position, if I ever get in a position like that, I'm gonna protect my family and myself. I will hire security. Call me what you want. I'm still a rich motherfucker that's alive. They got security. I don't care. I wouldn't care.
It's one of the biggest events of the year in Louisville, Kentucky, with over 10,000 attendees.
Crazy,
despite the massive crowd and the tight security, the local police had to issue a statement the night before the concert.
We'll provide extra security measures at a rap concert in downtown Louisville this weekend. Louisville rapper Est Gee will perform at his Summer Jam event. It's at the KFC Yum Center tomorrow night.
But all that security didn't prevent the inevitable. They found 31-year-old Big Beach with gunshot wounds inside a vehicle near the concert venue.
Just before 1:30 this morning, officers responded to a shooting on West Main Street, not far from the Slugger Museum and Factory. They found 31-year-old
They had to be watching him, like, had to be, bro. Or this might have shot a text, so we see him walking down the street or something, bro. Ain't no fucking way.
Devontae Beach inside a car. He'd been shot multiple times.
This tragedy was even more unfortunate considering a letter had been sent earlier, urging the concert's cancellation for safety reasons. The letter from County Attorney Mike O'Connell to the general manager of the KFC Yum Center emphasized the potential dangers, stating, "I do not think the vast majority of citizens of Louisville know anything much about Est Gee, and if they did, I believe they would overwhelmingly support Major Rudy's request to cancel the concert." Despite these grave concerns, the concert went ahead, and not long after, Devontae Beach was found dead. So how did it all come to this? Let's dive in deeper. Now, to fully understand why the people of Louisville are taking action against Est Gee, we need to dive deeper into the city's dynamics. Louisville is essentially divided into four main areas: the West End, the East End, the South End, and Newburgh. Each area has its unique style and reputation. Let's start with the West End, the craziest part of Louisville. The majority of criminal activities happen here, making it comparable to East Oakland or Watts in terms of danger. The West End is notorious for two specific areas: Victory Park, also known as VPC, and Humler Street, known as H Block. Just saying you're from the West End can get a reaction like, ooh, because of its reputation. Next, we have the East End, which can be wild too, but it depends on the specific area. For example, the Highlands is wealthier, almost like a small-scale Beverly Hills. This is where Jack Harlow is from, and many others who frequent Starbucks. Despite its relatively calmer nature, the East End still earns respect, but you need to be specific about where you're from. Then there's the South End, represented by rapper 2K Baby. The South End is known for making money.
Young weird rapper, because I never heard him. I don't listen to that bullshit. That shit is trash.
And like everywhere else, it has both real and fake people. However, this part of Louisville isn't heavily involved in criminal activities compared to the West and East Ends. Lastly, there's Newburgh, the most important part of the city right now. Historically, Newburgh was where people moved to escape the chaos of the East and West Ends. In the past, saying you were from Newburgh might get a chuckle, but things changed dramatically with the rise of rapper Est Gee. George Albert Stone III, known as Est Gee, grew up in Louisville, particularly in the streets of 5500 right out of Drive. He was a young kid surrounded by street influences, living in a home struggling to escape the trenches. His mother was working hard to provide the best she could, and his father, a known gangster, was shot by the time Gee was just 11.
He had a go-to, got shot.
That's the crazy thing, bro. You gotta live up to the image. Most black kids think they gotta live up to the image of their father, which we all do. If your father a gangster, your father a player, you gonna try to be a player, you gonna try to be a gangster. That's just the hard honest truth. The cold honest truth. You gonna try to live up the image of your father. I did the same thing. I still try to live up the image of my father, bro. I did the same thing, bro.
What he said, he had a go-to, got shot and had a tattoo by the time he was 11 years old.
Despite his tough upbringing, Gee always knew he was destined for something better. He worked hard on the field and earned a scholarship to Indiana State to play football, becoming the top linebacker in Kentucky. His talent shone even brighter at Sacramento City College, putting him on track for a big future. But there was another side to Gee's life. He was funding his college dreams out of his own pocket, avoiding burdening his parents.
You know what I'm saying? Not to knock nobody, but a lot of that I was doing it by myself. Like, I chased my dream to play this sport for a long time, for as long as I could.
This pushed him deeper into the street life he grew up around, in the Louisville projects surrounded.
What inspires me to win, seeing how far I can go in the game and seeing how many people I'm able to inspire along the way.
By pain, gunplay, and bloodshed, his instincts came naturally. Gee became a significant player in the drug TFK game, using this money to support his football career. However, the lure of the streets proved too strong. In 2016, he was arrested for TFK and faced up to 10 years in prison.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got caught with 12 pounds, like 8,500. You know what I'm saying? It was just my day. You know what I'm saying? I was moving and grooving. I should have been gone, but I didn't. I'm trying to be greedy.
With a newborn son on the way, Gee couldn't afford to lose his freedom. Luckily, he got his charge reduced to 4 months of house arrest and 5 years of probation. This dark moment turned out to be a blessing in disguise. With his football dreams dashed, Gee turned to rapping under the name Big G. He invested in a $600 studio package from eBay and began recording tracks from his bathroom while on house arrest. Inspired by Lil Baby's rise, Gee's first official track, Stains, showcased his raw talent and hunger. Once off house arrest, he fully committed to his music career, adopting the name Est Gee and forming the collective EST Entertainment, Everybody Shine Together. However, his struggles were far from over. Despite the unity suggested by the name Everybody Shine Together, not everyone wanted Est Gee to succeed. His key figure and friend in the music game, Yogi Peso, played a significant role in his rise.
I ain't never seen a hoe won't go in a UFO. My people call me a UB. The young bulls back out.
They were like brothers, having both played football at Xavier High School. In 2018, they dropped the banger, The Come Up, celebrating Gee's freedom. But things took a tragic turn. In July 2019, during a studio session at Quality Over Quantity Media Studio, an altercation broke out between Gee's and Peso's camps. Shots were fired, resulting in the death of 20.
Bro, that's why I do not fuck around, bro. That quick, you can lose your motherfucking life fucking around, cause motherfucking heated argument started, bro. And everybody's supposed to be cool, loving one another, bro.
7-year-old Brian Owsley, also known as Coach O or Big O. Coach O was not only a coach and mentor for the youth, but also a respected figure in the West Louisville area. His death ignited a wave of hood politics, fueling more beef and tragedy in Gee's life. After the tragic passing of Big O and the altercation involving Est Gee and Yog Peso's camps, the alliance between the two sides disintegrated. The music collaboration came to a halt, and although Gee and Peso had once been friends, their affiliations forced them to part ways. This was the moment when H Block Duke, a notorious figure from the West End, began targeting Est Gee. H Block Duke, representing H Block, which is located on 23rd and Humler Street in Louisville, made his presence known in tracks like Cutthroat Baby. It was rumored that the West End was plotting to take Est Gee's life. Despite the brewing tension, Est Gee continued to push his music and climb the ranks. He even collaborated with Louisville's major artist Jack Harlow on the hit track Mama. Jack Harlow stood by Gee, bringing him out on tour despite warnings from the police to steer clear of him. Riding the wave of his growing buzz, Gee released 2 mixtapes in 2019, El Toro and Die Bloody. His music career was taking off, but H Block Duke wasn't about to let that happen without a fight. The West End finally made their move later in 2019. After filming the music video for his track Taught Different with Sada Baby Gee and his brother were driving when another vehicle pulled up and opened fire on their Hellcat. Gee's brother was shot in the leg and Gee himself was hit 4 times in the stomach. One bullet even ricocheted into his left eye. Gee later recalled thinking he was done for, but his brother managed to keep him awake and rushed.
Hey, that's good shit that his brother was quick on his feet, you know. Sometimes you gotta be quick on your feet. Say I'm a nigga liar, bro. Good, hey,
him to the hospital. Gee underwent multiple surgeries, particularly to regain vision in his left eye. Miraculously, Est Gee survived. He used this near-death experience to fuel his music, releasing the video for Tot Different despite its association with the attack. Gee even used a photo of himself.
But hey, that's today's banger. I don't want to do too much, keep y'all, you know, but I appreciate y'all for checking my channel out. Appreciate the love. Hey, that's it. Appreciate y'all.